Jai Hare Krishna. I'm so excited. We are there.
Yeah.
We are there.
It's so nice to have them to see that they're happy, they're enjoying each other's company. So
yes. Festival is festival is festival is festival. And it extends all over the world. So that's so special, so beautiful. Good morning, obeisances, Maharaj.
Good morning, good morning. Just give us a minute. We'll do some minor adjustment and we'll be with you in a moment.
Yes, Maharaj. Rupanuga Prabhu, your camera shows open, but we cannot see you. Now we can see you. Prabhu, can you please turn your phone sideways? Rupanuga Prabhu, can you please turn your phone sideways? Landscape. Yes, wonderful. No, again. Yes, that way. Perfect. Thank you. Very good. You're ready. Garlands are ready. Anu Krishna, please, can you open your camera? Great. Okay, thank you. I thought I couldn't see anyone else. Dandava Pranam.
I'm here. Dandavad.
I know our microphone was off. All right, dear devotee, we're just getting used to our new location, and with the electric sockets and all those other things, but all is good. Jai Rupanuga Prabhu. In your car, traveling towards the Govinda farm, perhaps. Vrindavaneshri, in the night. Oh, you were bright for a moment, and then in the night, and we've got your book stands here. Muktinath Prabhu, waiting for you to arrive. I even brought my raincoat. By your grace, the raincoat has come back to Thailand. All right, Dana Gangalila Didi, Madhu Chanda Di, with a beautiful, we are, Madhu Chanda Di, with a very beautiful backdrop of Brazil picture there. All right. Let's try. Can you give me the microphone though? And then we'll just see. Okay, first of all, let us start with an auspicious invocation as we're meeting together. So, Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagam Raghunathan Vitang Tang Sajitam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tuje Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaiṣṇavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All right, we're just going to do a mini test because we do have a microphone which we can pass around the room, but we do want to just make sure it is working.
So switch have to be on.
External microphone. Okay, it appears to be working. Fine. Okay, microphone is good.
And there's another one here, but it doesn't have a clip.
And can somebody just say something so we can see whether we've still got the
We
speaker?
can hear you. We can hear you. But before
Oh, we don't have the speaker. All right.
before we
Give
were
me a
listening a
moment.
little bit better,
Audio.
Maharaj.
Speaker.
Now it's
No,
perfect. Now it's perfect.
well, we can try that. Can somebody speak now?
It's perfect sound.
Okay.
Perfect sound.
I
Can you
understand
hear
what you're
us?
going to. We have to use a Bluetooth speaker with it. All right, dear devotees.
Perfect.
Now is perfect. I've unplugged the microphone. Okay, we'll do our experiment otherwise. We've had a beautiful morning program with the devotees, and lots of devotees are coming to see you, and we want to share them with you and you with them. And not for me to be a speaker today, but we want the devotees at least to get us started about what they feel is the essential basics for our bhakti, essential basics for our bhakti, and some sharing from our wise devotees on this side of the world to you, and you can also share something from your side to us. Which would you like to start first? Well, first we'll give some news. You can see a handful of devotees here, and there we are, Mohanananda Prabhu. I saw some purple there. Here's Mohanananda Prabhu, who many of you know, and at least he's world famous, and in many ways, even on Australian TV, he's world famous. So, I mean, on regular television.
Maharaj,
So,
he is the purple cherry on top.
the purple cherry on top. Okay.
Yes.
And we've got Kumkum Devidasi, very senior devotee from Srila Prabhupada's time, from the youngest age all the way up to middle age, as she is now. And Sri Lekha also from youngest age all the way to middle age as now. And so many devotees with us and around the corner. New generation and not so new generation. Keshavananda Prabhu is here, and he supplied the microphone, which is working.
Oh, it sort of works.
But we'll have to figure things out a little bit. And Paramananda Prabhu and Abhinava Sundar and your Leela Sundar is the audio engineer. He looks like an audio engineer at least. But they're trying to set up a television so they can see you better. All right. So we can begin by asking Sri Lekha. That's a good idea.
Brilliant idea.
Because she's almost near the microphone. And so if we bring this a little close to her, so the most essential tip, some tips, everybody knows something, but some life tips about the essential basics of bhakti.
Oh, I should come like close to the.
Yes, please. Because the microphone now is in the machine. So this is Sri Lekha Devidasi, and this is our team of devotees. Many of them are here, so they're not on the Zoom.
Dandavat, everyone.
They speak loud.
Can you hear me?
Only if you
Yes.
speak loud.
Yes.
I've been thinking about this question all morning. Because it's a question that comes up to us many, many times during every single day in our practicing life. And Srila Guru Maharaj, I can say, stresses one thing which will take us through every situation which may come to challenge our progress. And we see that these challenges can come and sometimes throw the boat off course. This is normal. I mean, not normal, but it happens a lot. But there's one solution to every single problem that can ever come in the life of a devotee.
I want to hear this.
And that is, Krishna consciousness means that Krishna, to know that he's the Supreme Lord, that he is absolutely 100% in control of every single movement in reality. And in order to see reality, we need to surrender to those movements and become a contributing part to that divine current. So when something comes that is really, really challenging to me, we're bowing down to that situation. It's called Krishna consciousness. It really is what we are practicing. To know that whether this little grain of rice in this beautiful field is going this way or this way has infinite significance. That's not just some poetry. Because it is connected with infinite will, how can it be ordinary? There's no such thing as ordinary. So when we are trying to bow down to what is coming into me, which looks to me like some kind of fight that I have to fight with the environment, instead, we'll see that this has come as a very specific prescription from infinite divine sweet will to remove something that is an impediment to me, which is in my own self. This will take us through every conceivable problem that will come in our life. So even if we can't feel it, even if we don't believe it, because of our conditioning, we will bow down and say, yes, my Lord, you have sent this situation to me. This is your grace and I bow down to you. Please engage me. Let this situation come to my mind, to my consciousness as being the necessity for my progress at this moment. And it is. That's called reality. Reality isn't somewhere else. Reality is reality. It can't be not somewhere. It is everywhere. But our prejudice, our wrong dealings with the environment have put a screen over our faces, and we cannot feel the sweetness of the flow of truth. So this is our sadhana. Guru Maharaj has described it again and again and again. Simply bow down. We don't know where this current is taking us. We have never been there before. But we will bow down to all the circumstances of our life. Really, really, just we have to try to do this. It is what are we singing every morning? I'll just take one more minute. But Guru Maharaj, we're singing this song every single day. Ancha Durlabha Prema Karibare Dana Shikai Sharanagati Baka Tera Prana. What did Mahaprabhu come to give? He came to teach surrender. And that's not some nebulous, surrender, blah, blah. This is today, right now, the gnarly things that are going on in my mind. It is a response to the environment. That is what we're surrendering to. This is a practical sadhana. And what is it? Bhakatara prana. It is the life of sadhana. It is what sadhana, it is living. It is seeing the life of divine will flowing. And we have to practice this. Really, it's the essence, it is the prana of our practice. Otherwise, what we're doing is external, it's not connecting. And it's, what does prana mean? It means life. That means it's going to change. It's coming this way, then it's coming this way. This is the flow of will. It's not some, oh, we go there and we do this, and then we do that, and we do that, and then this is our, you know. No, it can be anything. Krishna is flowing. His life, he is the life of life. So we really have to keep practicing this and find a friend who's also really practicing and call them up. Oh, this thing happened. This is, I don't know. And they'll give you some sympathy, calm you down, and then say, what? This is Krishna's grace and it is good. We will see where it is taking us. Guru Maharaj said, the environment is giving me my seva. So may it be that I will be adjusted this way, that way. Anyway, Arjuna's surrender led him to, lopping off heads. It can come in. We don't know what will come, what will be, but we know that Krishna is Ishvara Parama. He's the supreme controller. There isn't a second controller. If we think anything's happening and it's not connected with the Lord, in those Chatur Shloki of the Bhagavatam, Krishna's telling Brahma, if you see some phenomenon and you think it's not connected with me, that you should know as illusion. It's not true. It's not like I'm going to practice thinking that the Lord is everywhere and then that's going to be true. No, it's already true. We just are trying to bring ourselves in alignment with that beautiful flow, and we will dance from that. We will not be disappointed. Hare Krishna. Anyway, that's my feeling and my own feeling, and how I am feeling that by the grace of Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Guru and Gauranga, we will be able to continue on and on and on and on. With this practice, no enemy can come in my front, actually. We will always take shelter and try to see, what are you bringing to me and what is my seva?
Jai, thank you very much. And we are surrounded by friends. And so we're asking also to Keshavananda Prabhu. He's ready to say a few words. Mohanananda Prabhu is ready to say a few words. Kumkum Devidas is ready to say a few words. But we ask first to Keshavananda to say a few words, because actually Kesh, he's very busy here. His nature is to be helpful. And he's been very busy helping all the devotees. And oh, by the way, here in the background, but not in the background fully, this is Rupanuga Prabhu, and he was in the car driving towards Govinda farm. So I was very surprised that the taxi pulled up and he's come in, and I'm wearing a garland because he came in and put a garland on me too. So here's Keshavananda Prabhu with some more life experience, heart tips for us all.
Hare Krishna. So happy to be with you, and so happy to hear from Sri Lekha Devi Dasi. Always a transcendental treat to hear her realizations. We have, I hope they won't mind me saying, but I was thinking we have Sri Lekha here and Kumkum Devi here, and between them they have more.
And between them is Keshavananda.
Hare Krishna. Between them, they have over 100 years of devotional service. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
100 years, more. And if we add in Madhusudana March, 150 years.
Well.
150 years. So we are so fortunate to be able to hear from them, because we know in our own lives, maybe how many things happen. how many situations we encounter, the places that we are flung by the will of providence and that we have to navigate in our lives. And the merciful devotees have come to show us how to walk that path, how to, they've given us this gift, this conceptual transmission from the beautiful divine guide, Gurudev, of how we shall adjust ourselves with the environment. This is the meaning of philosophy. This is the meaning of religion, is proper adjustment. We hear it all the time from Srila Govinda Maharaj and our divine masters, that to change yourself, to rectify yourself, to adjust yourself, adjust myself, because reality is for itself, by itself, and is rolling forward in full sweetness and ecstasy. The vilas of the Lord is going on. And the only thing separating me from that is my own separate interest and separate endeavor. And the means to attempt this audacious prospect of how do I align myself properly? How am I going to do that? Oh my goodness. With what I have to work with. The process is so sweet and beautiful because we have such wonderful friends, like Srila Kadiri was saying, find a friend, you know, share with them. Together, we've embarked on this journey together in this beautiful boat of the Sankirtan of Mahaprabhu, and under the guide and the helmsman of our divine masters, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj. And they have given everything that's necessary for this journey. And perhaps first and foremost, each other. We have so many senior, very senior devotees. Unimaginably, when they came, there was Srila Prabhupada, and that was it, wasn't it, really, as far as senior went? If you were 30, you were some old person, really, in those early days, because there weren't any Western devotees here. But now we've got that wealth of experience to draw on in our beautiful family. So it's a treasure beyond measure, actually. So these festivals are always wonderful if we can join them physically, if we can join them. You know, we know Shravanam is ultimately the most important thing to hear this wonder, to hear what Srila Kadiri was saying just now about finding our service in every situation and every time and place, because it's adjusted. It's me that needs to be supple and limber. Bhakti yoga. How will I move? How will I stretch? How will I bend to the circumstances that are presented to me? This is the endeavor, and the devotees, sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha is the power, and is the nourishment, and is the affection, ultimately affection, that carries us through those events. We don't know what will happen in this life. We don't know how long I will be in this world. None of these things are certain, except the affection of the Vaiṣṇavas. That's reality. Everything else that we're chasing will just vanish. Phantasmagoria. These different propositions that come from the environment. Try this, have that. This will satisfy, and they will just evaporate. But the affection in the heart of the devotee, the service connection, whatever I can do is not really service, but the desire for the attempt at that devotional service, and the affection that radiates from the devotees, because of that, that will be there at the time of death, beyond the time of death, into the next situation, because that is the reality. Reality, the beautiful, reality, the sweet, reality, the affectionate. So here we are in the midst of so much affectionate, kind, inconceivably wonderful family, the family of our divine guardians. Ultimately, it's Mahaprabhu's family, and somehow or other, by the grace of the most munificent, kindest, sweetest Lord and his kindest, sweetest servitors, who are finding the most, the most pitiful, wretched inhabitants of the land of Kali Yuga, with all our problems, mental, physical, and everything else, as a world, and so gently and affectionately, just encouraging, come, take prasadam. This is the process. Take some prasadam. Did you rest? Okay, and now we're going to sing beautiful songs, and we're going to hear wonderful things. This is our yoga, and this gives us the strength to continue that yoga when we're not immediately in this situation, when we're going about our lives and now something is presented here, something is presented there. That makes me think, oh, now is the test. It's easy to be Krishna conscious in the temple or this and that, but I'm going to be moving through this world, and not, we don't know what will be. So we're practicing and infusing ourselves. We're taking the inoculation, the the vitamins and all those things, if I can say such a word in front of Majesty that much. We're taking the vitamins. We're taking the healthy prasadam. Let's say that we're taking the healthy things that will make our immune system stronger, that we can see properly as we go along. So we're very fortunate to be here. Sadhu Sangha is pretty much everything. We've heard time and time again in the spiritual life. You can say even more important than chanting Hare Krishna, because if you're in the association of the saints, the sadhus, then automatically you will chant Hare. It will just come. You won't have to think about it. This morning it was so beautiful. We came down. I don't know what time I came down here, and already in the dark, maybe an hour or something before Mangalarti, so many devotees sitting here in the dark, listening to the wildlife and the birds just beginning to wake up, just chanting japa very peacefully, sweetly. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So we're getting so much recharge, and that's one of the purposes of the festival, is to bring everyone together, give some wonderful nourishment to everyone, and then we will go back to our various situations around the world and hope to carry some of that summer with us. And we hope to be like Mahaprabhu when it was infectious. When Mahaprabhu came, he was, just by seeing him, and then he would hug you and you were really finished. And then you would go back to your village and everybody who saw you would be dancing in ecstasy and falling in fainting just from seeing those devotees. So we want some of that. Guru Maharaj said not to keep a feeble fire. Was Guru Maharaj's. This Krishna consciousness shouldn't be a feeble fire. It should be a roaring conflagration of a fire. It was fed by the kirtan of Mahaprabhu and the Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and the songs of Narottam Das Thakur and the words of Srila Sridhar Maharaj and the heart of Srila Govinda Maharaj. All these things should make that fire just out of control. And then no doubt, without being a scholar or without being any great thing like that, people will naturally want to hear something. Why are you so happy? What happened to you? What are you smiling about? So anyway, yes. And we have Mohanananda Prabhu here.
Let's hear from Kumkum.
So probably I bring this.
No, I'll move a chair there. Please stand.
Okay.
There you are. This
And many,
one of the two mothers we have here.
many times we've had the very good fortune of having Kumkum on the back to basics and herself talking here on the screen, as it were. But now we've got with us not only her, but also Udaran Prabhu and other devotees, our regulars on the back to basics. But we have her live, as it were. But you also have her live, but we've got her in 5 dimensions. You've got her in how many dimensions? 3 dimensions. Okay, so here's Kumkum Diri, and
My
to
dad-
share something with you.
I see so many wonderful devotees' faces, and I think you've also seen here, we have Seva Rupa, who's such a
Yes.
constant attendee here, and it's certainly even more wonderful getting to know her personality in 5 dimensions too, seeing how very true it is. And why is this so true? We get to hear from Srila Madhusudan Maharaj, and we think, how could anything be any nicer? And then we hear from Sri Lekha, and if only I could just continue to not just hear, but to feel these sentiments and these words. And they're so true. And then Keshavananda Prabhu keeps saying, and it's really the same thing, but it's within all of us. I see Manindra Mohan Prabhu, and of course we'll hear from Manindra Mohan, from Mohanananda Prabhu, and so many devotees are sharing the same understanding, but it keeps manifesting. It's ever fresh and it's always living. That's the grace of hearing from our Vaiṣṇava acharyas, because it is real. It's not a mental concoction. It's not something that we're practicing to look like we have something. It's something that we simply try to practice, and then that will grow the natural seed, the natural creeper, which is our real self. And that will become stronger and stronger and never get diminished. And even if there is some difficulty, then we have our Vaiṣṇava friends. Here in Govinda Farm, one thing I've been thinking of since I arrived, and it's all by the grace of Paramananda Prabhu and Krishna Priya Didi, that it's so easy to believe that the environment is always our friend, because you think of things that we hear from all the scriptures about what is home, what is reality, and that includes where everyone is your well-wisher. And you see that everyone is everybody's well-wisher. So you can also try to be somebody else's well-wisher purely, and not have there's no question of wanting to curb somebody for some reason, or to try to change them, or judgment or anything like that, which we are always afflicted with in the mundane sphere. But in reality, we are desired by Krishna to be with him far more than we're thinking we want to go there and rid ourselves of this. But so we will just try to keep going in as they have advised. And it's not a laborious journey. It's a little bit of advancement gives so much enlightenment. So you feel like, let me continue to practice this and feel it exponentially increase my happiness and understanding. So many people want knowledge. We also want to have understanding of what it is we're doing, and how does that come? How does that increase truly? And that is when the connection with the heart and the mind is becoming purified. Then all of that will naturally become more of an expression of ourself as we proceed for however many lifetimes there must be. But, and as others have mentioned, we all know very well, there's never any understanding of how long we'll be able to remain in this particular circumstance. But may we always have the association and the guidance of the Vaiṣṇavas. That is all we need. So I hope we can also hear from Mohanananda Prabhu now, our old friend.
I'm sure he won't be
I'll
at a
try.
loss of words.
All my wisdom.
All right, here's Mohanananda Prabhu, and I don't know how to properly introduce him, but those of you who don't know him, you will feel like you know him after a few moments. Obviously part of the family, a dynamo of energy, and has done so much service over the years.
First of all, thank you all for your time. I'll try not to take too much of it. Firstly, we cannot forget, and with deep gratitude, I thank Paramananda Prabhu and his beloved Krishna Priya for giving us everything down here today and every other day until we leave, and probably even more than that. Very, very grateful to them. And you would not believe it. What you see here, if you see it in reality, you can't believe. Also, thank you to the distinguished speakers before us, especially our two mothers here who can lay the pathway to make it easy for me to walk across. They've actually said everything that needed to be said. And if I can compress what I've learned over the last 37 years with, first in a brief time with Guru Maharaj, and then after that, some intense time with Guru Dev, I try to condense it over the years. What exactly is it that has nourished me and given me the success that I have in life? And I view it as a success because I think that if you can count the good friends in one hand in your life, you've had a good life. And here you are. I feel like I'm Vishnu. So many friends I have, got 4 hands. But I want to share, I've condensed it to this abbreviation, FGS, for God's sake. F is for forgiveness. I learned this so much, especially from Sri Gurudev, how forgiving he was after so much had gone on and so much was done to him. Everything from betrayal, abandonment, loss, so many things. But he never gave up on loving us. That's something that's so deep, because then I understood I can love someone very easily, but can I forgive them if something they did to me was difficult to digest? And then I start to realize, this is after Gurudev is gone, and I start to realize, wow, he forgive me for a lot of things, because I'm not really following the rules and regulations, all that kind of stuff. But heart-to-heart connection, and he forgave me. And I'm sure countless other people. And that was what I learned from him, was forgiveness. And that made life very easy, because when anything happened, you don't carry that burden. You don't have to have that heaviness in you. You don't have to chew on that poison and think that person you don't like will die, because it doesn't work like that. You chew on that poison, you die. So I learned that forgiveness was the key. And then I learned gratitude. I remember how Gurudev and also Guru Maharaj, even the little things, the littlest of things that you do, they made it sound so huge. It made you feel like you were doing such a great deed to encourage you, to make you feel like you can step beyond, you can go further, you can do more. And then I learned that from that gratitude and practicing it every day, in being grateful about everything, the air, the water, even down here, everything down here we get served to us. Everything is on time. Your food is served for you. You turn the tap, water comes, you press the button, light comes. Everything is just on a plate. So why do we have gratitude? So that we can have peace of mind. Don't have to worry about things. And real peace of mind comes when you can really get that deep shovel and keep digging and digging and digging, because there's no end to gratitude. None. Even now, after so many years of practice, you still can go further. So if you can learn gratitude and be grateful for everything you have, particularly you are receiving that current of our Guru Varga through Madhusudan Maharaj, who I've known since we were both young men living in Avadeep. I've known him since that time. And I've seen the transformation. And for those of you who are taking his connection and having his time, or even if you don't have his connection and you're listening to his sharings, you're very blessed. Be grateful that you have that opportunity, because there's millions of souls transmigrating They don't even have a chance to see that. And last one is S. S is for service, because happiness cannot come from anything else other than when you can do it for someone else. And what I learned from Gurudev was, don't for one moment think that you're doing it. Sri Krishna is doing it. You're just a conduit. So just shut up and get on with it. Just do the service. And I like to say, with my kind of improvement on the lingo, do good things, don't get caught. That's how we do it. Don't look for the glorification. Don't look for the recognition, because once the light shines on you, you're in trouble. So just do the service. Just do it quietly and get on with it, because everything is done by our Gurudev. So that's all I want to share with you. Sorry to have taken your time. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Die more. I told you you'd feel like you've known him all your life within a few moments of being with him. This is our dear Mohanananda Prabhu. And by the way, Mohanananda Prabhu, he's actually done miracles, but it's not him, as he's saying. Through Gurudev working through him, he really did amazing things, and in many ways, but in
And
particular,
Sagar Maharaj, don't forget him.
and Bhaktiyananda Sagar Maharaj, and they did so many things, especially I'm thinking here in the category of starting the generator running of Srila Gurudev traveling around the world. Means that, of course, it was a big step that Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, will come out from India and come to meet the devotees in their own countries, in their own places, and come to the Western world. And there were lots of impossible things, by the way. Anyone could have put a barrier, but Mohanananda was the chosen instrument for those barriers to be dissolved. And as now is known, that Gurudev went on, by his calculation, Gurudev's calculation, he went on 24 world tours. And this was started by Mohanananda Prabhu and by Srila Bhaktiyananda Sagar Maharaj, who was very dear to us and did so many things in his reign, in his time. So here we have Munindra Mohan Prabhu, and yes, we're often with him in Italy, but now is a little later in the day. Now is 9:45 and not 4:45 or 3:45 in the morning. So Munindra Mohan Prabhu is here at a sensible time of the day, if you like. And I know for you, for some of you, it's almost midnight in Brazil. And I mean, it's amazing, and we're indebted that you come to join us. But Munindra, please come. The essential basics of Bhakti to share. Greeting.
Essential, I don't think so, but in such august assembly, what can I say? And also, you all speak English fluently and coming here, and with my interrupted English, always a little difficult to express. But yes, it's very positive situation as always. Every day is a beautiful day with the Srila Madhusudana Maharaj Association and so many devotees, all generation, all I mean senior, not in age, and new generation, and me and others belong to like middle the generation, so we feel very protected by the senior and hopeful for the new devotees. So nice, actually, so inspiring, and already connected with the teachings and the heart transmission of Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj. And this is this Bhakta basis program is very important, because in every kind of search you always have to go to the original inspiration that's brought you in this channel, in this school. So we always have to remember we had so many details, we had so many knowledge, we had so many new practicing, and I mean new is all traditional, but for me, for example, deities puja is a new thing. So it's something that we add I add in my spiritual life. But always we have to remember the original inspiration that we brought me to Krishna consciousness, brought me to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudeva. And this morning we understand that Srila Gurudeva is always with us, but maybe not always in the same external form. It's a divine agency, and life after life, for eternal time, he will be with us, and is Krishna himself helping us in proceeding in this life and next future situation. So it's very dynamic and positive life, but always we have to look back from where we start. And that original inspiration is very powerful, because it's a heart necessity to connect with the supreme beauty and fulfillment, because we are little tiny being, but our desire for joy is immense. So how we can solve this problem? We just have to connect with the infinite supplier of fulfillment and joy. And that's natural for us, because we are like rays of a big sun. Sun is God, and we are just rays. And rays is glorious as long as it's connected with the sun. Otherwise, what's the glory of a ray without heat and light? It's just a dead thing. So yes, we have this sounds connection is also very, very happy process, because sounds we heard is the more gross thing in the spiritual world, and it's more subtle thing in the material world. So it's connection, no, through sounds, and it's very mystical, but also it's very spontaneous thing. People, when is happy, sings, and through songs we connect with the higher inspiration, something that is not like a daily, a boring life. We always want to hear nice songs. We always want to hear nice sounds, because brings superior rasas in life. But this Mahamantra is something even more than ordinary sound. And this is so rich. So there's the supreme male, the supreme female, in the playful relationship, and we heard from Golden Staircase, how much from sounds can develop like variety of colors, shapes, and reality become, spiritual reality become more substantial in our heart, develop, explode in our heart, and manifest more and more. And finally, we will find ourselves there. We find our slot in this environment, manifested through sounds. It's not amazing. We will find our spiritual identity and our role in this divine play. So this is our perspective. What's difficulty? And just little ego makes some difficulty, or big ego. So this is my contribution for today.
Jai Munindra Mohan Prabhu ki jai, and Jai Vilu Govinda Ashram ki jai. And all the devotees here, oh, I'm sitting right in front of them. All the devotees here, they're all smiling, by the way, when Munindra speaking, and they're also smiling and very happy. So, the world, okay, so the world goes on, and we have more speakers here. And Udaran Prabhu is very quiet, but he's a capable speaker, and he's in Latvia, and he's active, humble, and I better not say anymore because I'm within reach. I could get hit still, so I'll be very quiet. He would never hit me, I know. But he's very humble, but he doesn't like to be expressed as humble. But here we are. Some words from Udaran Prabhu, who also you will recognize as family, because you see his heart. It's the family heart.
So, hello everyone. So please again forgive me for my English. It's really poor. But what can I say? Yesterday we came from Latvia, and we did here an evening program. And in this evening program, the in my head came one sentence like. Why Krishna allows me to be here? Actually, I don't deserve it because I so attached by material life. I'm not practicing properly. I'm doing a lot of stuff that I don't need to do, and so why? But the answer came that by the grace of our Guru Varga, they are very merciful, and what is needed is just a little bit hankering of spiritual life, a little bit wish to go by this path and to become a servitor. And Srila Gurudev says in Revealed Truth that if you have an ocean of Sukriti, but you don't have a hankering of spiritual life, you will not receive anything. So anything we need is just a little bit wish to be a servitor. So that's it. What can I say?
Jai Udaran Prabhu. Beautifully said. And the thing is, I don't want to miss anybody out. But one good thing is we're going to have another 2 back to basics from the farm here, anyhow, with the gathered devotees next Wednesday or Thursday, depending where you are in the world. And then next, again, Saturday or Sunday, depending where you are in the world. But we would like to hear this time from Paramananda Prabhu, because he's made everything possible here for the fest. And everyone's giving unanimous. We like to hear from him. And I mean, really, he's made all this possible.
First of all, I didn't make anything possible.
All right, okay.
I can say that at least. I don't know what to say, but I just observed these 2 guests coming to the cafe. Yeah. They came here, they were attracted by the gathering. Yeah. And then they're reading that announcement over there. The announcement says that the words prasadam, aratik, bhakti, and I can see them like, what? What is that? But they felt very attracted to that. So it kind of reminded me myself when I came for the first Hare Krishna program. And I noticed people were wonderful. Prasadam was very wonderful. And I thought if people are like that, and they give me food every time I come here, and it smells nice too. Sign me in. And I just went to, the senior-most person. I said, what can I do to, be a part of this gathering? And they said, oh, here is the books. At that time, it was still a Soviet Union. That you're still underage, so they're not going to arrest you. And I'm like, what? I'm risking. Is that what they do? Some illegal stuff? No, it's for service to the God. Please distribute these books to people wherever you can. They're not going to touch you. You're still 15, so it's all good. No, never mind. So give me the books and tell me the schedule of the program, so I will come. So I just, saw it happening. Anyway, this morning we were reading with Keshwananda Prabhu Revealed Truth. And Srila Govinda Maharaj says how he's explaining how to control our senses, which rightfully said by Keshwananda Prabhu, Daivi Hesha Gunamaya Mama Maya Duratya. Impossible, Krishna says. It's my external energy. Don't even try. It's my energy. Just think about it. It's not possible unless you come to me. If you come to me, if you find shelter at my lotus feet, everything is possible. Maya, that energy will not touch you. It will enter the internal energy pastime. So, and then the chapter was mercy plus seva equals sense control. Right. And really, this is what's happening. And in Keshwananda said, our mind, when we're in that kind of environment, we're always serving. Again, that's by the grace of the devotees, by the way. Right. So it's not me making it possible. It's the devotees making it possible. Just a small collection, Maharaj, including yourself as a head of the Sangha.
I'm in the Das department.
So I noticed I go to sleep, I'm totally exhausted. I'm not thinking anything mundane. Normally, my mind wanders to lots of different places, and my senses are completely out of control. But these days, I go to sleep completely exhausted. I'm waking up, and my mind is asking, "What was it?" And then there's no time for him to, get back to his normal state, because you're entering another service wave, and you're kind of staying throughout the day in that environment, and really feeling yourself absorbed in that. And that reminds, and that quote, Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj quotes so often, it's Kapila Muni. And actually that verse I received from Madhusudan Maharaj, a very mystical transition. He came in my dream and said, this is the verse and you have to remember it. Tatat prasanga mama viri samido bhavanti hrit karnara sayana kasa. That josanat aswapavarga vartmani shradhara tir bhaktir anukramishiti. I said, that's Kapila Muni talking to Devahuti, and she's asking for some instructions. He's about to leave the house, going somewhere, and she remembers Kardama Muni said, "Oh, please, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead," but he forgot all about it. She forgot all about it because it's a son. She's carrying, like if he's a son, then finally asking for the instructions. He's giving very simple but very deep instructions. He said, just stick to where the devotees are, serve them, and listen to the Rasayana Katha. The talks that are filled with this transcendental divine feelings of love, affection, devotion. Just listen to that. And what will happen to you? The faith will come. When the faith will come, it will grow stronger because the association is there. You will just be baited in those waves of that kind of association. And then the rati, the attachment to that will come. And the end result of that is Krishna Prema. So it's very simple procedure. It's simple, and yet, and Gurudev was mentioning in that chapter, it's very simple and yet very difficult to obtain. So, and that, rightfully mentioned by Udaran Prabhu, requires lowliam. Lowliam can be, not so good meaning, but can be a very good meaning. Lowliam, extreme desire, so Guru Maharaj said, extreme desire to receive it. That's the only requirement, the only necessity in that. So here we're gathered for that very reason. So I'm passing microphone to Srila Madhusudan Maharaj. And again, repeating, it's all possible by the grace of all the gathered Vaishnavas and all the servitors. And I will name each and everyone who is participating in that service later on.
Okay.
But there are many to mention. And like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said, it is impossible to mention them all.
And actually, it's everybody who comes because they're coming with the Navadeep mood. And the Navadeep mood is that every day is a festival for those who participate. And everybody knows it already. So here they are participating happily and participating with you. We want you to meet them. We want you to be here wherever you are. And we want them also to meet you. We've got, by arrangement of actually our sound engineer, Leela Moy Prabhu from Brazil, and Keshavananda and the team, maybe we've got a big television screen. So you are on a big television screen right now, so they can see you too. And this is the beginning of maybe 10 days. Is it 10 days or 9 days festival program? We're very happy to have you with us. We'll be with you again for another couple of events. But throughout all of this is all part of Kartik, the month of Kartik, which is Srimati Radharani's month. It is the most auspicious month of the year. There are auspicious places, auspicious items, auspicious people. There's also auspicious times and auspicious months. And so this month we all, in the temples and ashrams around the world, we try to do something extra in remembrance of the Lord, in chanting the kirtans in the morning and in the evening, in our readings, etc. And when we can, to have extra association. And so here we've got extra association and beautiful morning programs, evening programs already happening. And for the last 3 or 4 days, actually everyone has come here within a few days, because Paramanand Prabhu himself was in Japan. We were all in Europe, Australia, in different Ukraine, South Africa, different Brazil, different places in the world. So we've all come together just in the last few days. And so now as a team, as coming to Navadip, when there is a festival such as this, which is leading up to Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja on the 6th of November, then devotees come and immediately engaged in many activities. So here we are, happily having you with us. We've got this opportunity to share some basics and the very necessity in devotional life, the basis, and faith, surrender, faith, prayer, many times, at different times, different aspects stressed, and sadhu sangha and seva. This is always stressed too. So Leela Mahaprabhu was showing around on a different screen, so you can see a little more of where we are. And we'll keep you posted. And Leela Mahaprabhu is also going to give us, maybe from Pranesh, I'm not sure, what is the URL that whenever there's an activity taking place here, and there's somebody filming, we've got Priya Nana, who's often on the Back to Basics program. She's also coming. She's in the other side in Chiang Mai. The other side of the town of Chiang Mai just now. And she's going to be coming with cameras and things. Then I also need to know, we'll find out what is the URL for everybody. You can join whenever you like, and the programs will be recorded, so you can also catch up while you're driving to work or wherever you may be. All right, super being with you all, and super being with the devotees here. And I'm very happy that, again, you've got the chance to see more and more of the family. And you can recognize family by their heart. You can recognize your own family by heart also. And this is the family of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. It's the family of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Rupa Goswami. So to all of our guardians, all of our grandmasters, we are giving our big jais to them. Everything has come from them otherwise we would just be doing regular things in the regular world. And a big jais to all of you behind the screen, but we are there with you in your houses, in the ashrams, and in different places. And also to the devotees present in the program, and to the guests who popped in to see us also today. They're just popping by, and they've come to join us in the temple room here. And jais to you all. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhuvyevacha patitana pavanebhyo Vaiṣṇavebhyo namo namaha. From our good wishes to you all, and we are looking for your good wishes for us here too, that you may be with us with your hearts, sending some goodwill. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Maharaj, everyone will be able to check on the BBBC page, the public one. Everyone will see, because wherever Leela Moy is looking, that we will see. We don't need URLs. Everyone will go to Back to Basics, the public page, without passcodes, without any special URL. It's just.
So one more time, can you just send that to me by WhatsApp so I can tell others who are wanting to know?
Sure.
Okay,
sure,
thank you very much. I appreciate very much. Now you really know I don't use Facebook and everything I really don't use the web very much except for our devotional things. All right, beautiful. Have a wonderful few days. We'll meet you all again soon. Keep in touch, and if you've got questions, let us know. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Bless you all. So special to be sharing. So
They're
beautiful.
receiving your blessings with big smiles and hands clasped. Hare Krishna.
Pranam.
I feel I am there. Hare Krishna.
Jai,
We are there. We are.
We are with each of us in our hearts. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Hare
Thank you
Hare
so much, Maharaj. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So very special. So very beautiful. And I am so happy that you are going to make it. When do you arrive? On the 8th?
Yes, I arrive on the 8th.
Okay. That is going to be wonderful. The devotees there are so special and beautiful, and they will stay longer past the very end of the festival, which is on the 6th. So you will have this opportunity to be in the best association.
I'm
So
so
happy
grateful
for
for
you.
that. So grateful
Yeah.
for that. Thank you.
Jai Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Dandavad.
Dandavats.